So today is our last day at what has become our favorite city on Martinique, Saint Pierre. It is by far the most interesting, and the history here is extraordinary, as you know. But the time has come and the weather is good, so just before we set sail we stock up on a few last provisions from the French markets and head back to Sophisticated Lady. This day also represents the last day of the famous Yole sailboat race around Martinique. The Yole is by far one of the most famous sailboat races anywhere, and participation in Martinique is almost 100%. The entire island shuts down, transportation, ferries, buses, everything, and everybody just spends an entire weekend in a celebration of traditional sailing. These boats were first used by the local fishermen since back in the 1700s, and they're still pretty much the same design. They are an 11-meter canoe made of wood with a wooden mast picked exclusively from one of the trees in the forest on the island. There are always several hundred chase boats that follow the racing boats all the way around the island, and even a helicopter that broadcasts the transmission back to a huge virtual audience online. The helicopter was regulated to above 400 feet, so we were fortunate enough to get permission to fly below 200 feet, and we got some spectacular aerials of the event. With the race boats underway and clear of the area, it was time for us to set sail. Next stop? No idea, but we're gonna figure it out along the way.
Alright, so we are on our way to south of Martinique, possibly St. Lucia. We haven't decided yet. The wind is great, the sailing is good, so not sure if we want to stop or continue. But everything is good. Crew's holding in there. We just had lunch. So we got a bit of heel going on.
And this is what happens after too much cheese and wine at the French island of Martinique.
Somebody chilling out off watch.
Not good.
What's not good?
My dog is staying here.
Yeah, I need another fan going. Did you drink lots of water?
No, I drink it. No.
What?
I drink some water.
Oh. Gotta go. Holy shit, man, we're doing 8 knots. We're not even tuned. Dinghy's almost on plane. Alright, but we do have to make a decision where we want to go. Because right now, we're heading away from the bay that we wanted to go to. So if we want to go to the bay, it means we got to head upwind a little bit, which means we probably have to motor a little bit to get there. And it's either that or we're heading offwind and just go straight down and past St. Lucia. Or I don't know, what do we got for St. Lucia? St. Lucia is another, yeah, it's another 30 miles. And it's already after 1 o'clock. So, let's see. At 6 knots average, that would be 5 hours. So we could potentially get to St. Lucia before dusk if we want to, and decide if we just want to stop there or just keep going again. But it's up to you guys. If we're going to stop here, we need to change course right now.
Well, I say we keep on going because it's a good wind, we're going fast.
Yeah, and we'll probably even go a little faster if we come off the wind a little bit, because we'll be able to dial the mainsail on a little bit better. Right now, we're spilling wind out of the mainsail, and we're still doing over 8 knots. Look, 8.3. We're hauling ass. So it's kind of sail by the wind. Where we go, nobody knows. We'll know when we get there. If it stays this good, shit, we could go to Grenada and be there within like 36 hours probably.
Wow, no, we're not in such a rush.
No.
Grenada can wait.
Please.
Well, we were going to overnight to Beckway originally after a stop over here. So if we just leave from here, do we want to stop in St. Lucia or still go to Beckway?
Well, let's just see how we feel and what's the weather doing.
Yeah, I
Get out
mean,
there.
yeah.
Right now it looks phenomenal, but if I'm going to go to Beckway, I'm going to head, 20, maybe 30 degrees off. You can see where we are here now. We're still pointed on this heading straight at St. Lucia for Rodney Bay. We'd have to come at least 10 degrees off if we want to go down to the Pitons. If we just want to go past St. Vincent, then we got to come 20 degrees off. And we may even pick up speed because we'll have more power in the mainsail. So we can do a very fast trip down to St. Vincent. And I don't really want to find a place to overnight in St. Vincent by any stretch, so I figure we just go straight to Beckway. It's 92 nautical miles.
10 hours.
Well, 10 hours at 9 knots. We're not doing 9 knots. We're never going to average 9 knots behind St. Lucia and St. Vincent. As soon as we get behind the big islands, we'll lose our wind again. In fact, we're going to lose our wind again as soon as we get behind this hill. So that's why if we're going to go this way, we're better off to stay wide of the island and steer away from it and keep our wind. Because if we get in close to the island, we're going to lose our wind.
If Sasha is not feeling us, should we really be doing a long sail?
Well, wherever we go, it's not going to matter. That's why wherever we go, we have to be somewhere tomorrow where we can get medicine for, or even if it's just Metamucil or X-Lax or whatever it needs to be. She needs to pass this lump of cheese.
Taking enormous bites of that, like it was ice cream.
Yeah, she likes to eat it like an ice cream cone. So we can get her fixed up tomorrow wherever we are. We just need to decide where we're going to go.
So after all that discussion, we finally decided that the best thing was going to be to stay in the lee of Martinique and take the boat into the bay that we were originally going to stop in, just long enough to go ashore, pick up some medicine for Sasha's cheese problem, and maybe shoot some aerials since this is a very, very picturesque little fishing village down in the south end of Martinique. I've been here many times before, but never actually with a drone, so I've been looking forward to stopping at some point and getting some pictures of this beautiful little village. Once finished, we'll secure the dinghy for our overnight trip, and then off we go. Bye, Tiki.
Ouch.
Sorry.
Bye, bye, Tiki.
It's got
The other one has
Italian, like
the
English,
other one has
Spanish.
Russian.
So it's world beer.
Yeah, that's
It's 2 snorkelers just there. We should be able to step up there.
there is someone right there, right in front of us.
Welcome to Paris.
Yeah, we're all
Again.
Feelings in it? Starting to boil yet?
Not yet. Well, I guess the flies have lungs, maybe.
Dash's beer's got a lot of bubbles going on, so we looked a little
extra
closer.
bubbles. You should put some in your beers as well.
It looks like there's a little creature in there who's got bad gas.
Extra. Wow.
What's the price?
This will not be. Oh, that's
What?
crazy.
What is it?
18.
18?
8, 12, 16. No.
Why we don't ask how much beer
It's
is?
16 plus 2
What's
tax.
18?
Jesus.
Welcome to Paris.
Going in!
They've said their goodbyes. We've been evicted from the bar.
First.
They closed down. They don't like us.
At 5 in the afternoon?
Uh-oh.
They realize she's gonna start shitting like a racehorse soon.
They're like, no, you need to leave. This is why we'll probably be happy to get back to Grenada, Beckway. The land of sane prices. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. You know I appreciate it. And if you enjoyed the video and want to help us along our way, don't forget to like the video, share it, and subscribe to be notified of our next release. Thanks again, everyone. Have a great day. See you out there. Enjoying a beautifully clear night. Sasha just went to bed, said there was no boats, although she saw one that was just going between the two islands of St. Lucia to our south now, or sorry, to our aft, and St. Vincent, which is where we're heading. So not much traffic on the ocean tonight, but you can see I've got our little friend, the full moon, up there lighting everything up for us. And it's a beauty. I know it's hard to see, I don't think you're going to be able to see any details, but it's really, really beautiful. Nice night on the ocean.